Everybody, Alex Kaufman here. We are in Opportunity City, and today I want to dive into a little bit of my background. I've talked about it previously on the personal level. There's a video right here if you want to go back and check that one out. But today I'm going to talk to you professionally and everything that real estate has done for me and helped get me to where I'm at today. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Share this video with anyone who you think is juggling whether or not to dive into real estate full-time or is questioning the possibilities and the opportunities that real estate can provide for them. And let's dive in. All right, so let me take you back 5 years. I had just gotten out of a drug and alcohol treatment center, and I was actually doing really good, spiritually, mentally, physically. It was the best I had ever felt. But professionally, I really had to start all over. Not like I had a great start prior to that anyways, but I was starting from ground zero, and I was 21 years old, and all of my friends were about to graduate from college and get degrees. And I had just moved into a sober living house, and I had to go get a job. Didn't have a car. My license was suspended. I had totaled my car before I went into a treatment center. And so when I got out, I was on foot, and I walked about 3 miles to this local shopping center. We were in northwest Fort Worth, Texas, and there wasn't a whole lot of stuff where I was at. But I walked into Firehouse Subs, applied for a job, and they hired me the next day. So here we are, huge success, got hired at Firehouse Subs, and I was the happiest I'd ever been. And I was really grateful actually to have that job. It was something that I just had to do. I had no money, probably had like $20 to my name at that point in time. And this was really just kind of the start of my new journey, the start of my new life, being sober and living a different way of life. And so I had that job at Firehouse Subs for about 12 months or so. And while I was at Firehouse Subs, I was also managing the sober living house. So I was able to live there for free. I just helped around the house, led the guys, watched over things at the house, and I got free rent for doing that. Now, in those 11 months, at the beginning of my journey, I had taken a lot of sacrifices. I saved every single penny that I earned for that $8.25 an hour. I think halfway through I got a raise to $8.50, and was super stoked about it. But I would be at work, and I would be thinking about the direction of my life, and I was really content where I was internally. However, I was not satisfied, obviously, of where I wanted to go professionally. And I knew that this Firehouse Subs job was just what I needed at that point in time. And I knew if I continued to do the right things and stay focused, it would get better and better. Shortly after that, I moved back to Austin, Texas. And I was managing another sober living house in Cedar Park, Texas, actually. And I got a job at a country club at that point in time. And at this country club, it was a big raise. It was about a 50% raise from $8.50 to $12 an hour. And I was really happy about that as well. And by this time, I had saved enough money to buy a motorcycle. Due to my previous driving history, it was going to cost me about $900 a month for just general liability on a car. However, if I bought a motorcycle, liability was actually, I think I got full coverage for like $100 a month or something. So I elected to go to the motorcycle route. That was rough in itself, having a motorcycle for your only form of transportation in Texas, where it's either 20 degrees or 105 degrees, and you have to drive it no matter what. But here, this was a little of a transition phase, because I'm starting to get some things back. I have a vehicle now. I'm back in my home city or close to it. I've got money saved up. Over that year, I think I saved up about like $16,000 working at Firehouse Subs. And so when I came back, I had a good little cushion to be able to start looking at some other things. So while I was working at Firehouse Subs, while I was working at this new job at the country club, the entire time I'm thinking about, what am I going to do next? I'm looking for business opportunities that are legal and not what I was doing prior to getting sober. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are doing the same thing, not in the legality aspect, but trying to figure out what direction am I heading in? What business venture do I want to go in? I'm a good employee, but I'm not a great employee because I don't want to stay there. Every single job I've ever had, I'm always thinking to myself, I could do this myself, I could have this business, I could run this business. And I was always looking for opportunities along the way. I would drive by and I would look at commercial real estate buildings and wonder, can I open up a construction company? I'd look at warehouses and envision myself sitting in our construction warehouse like I am right now. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are there trying to figure out, where you want to go in life and what direction you want to head in. And so while I was looking, I didn't have an answer, but my mindset was kind of to try out different things. So Firehouse Subs, country club. Next job I had was I worked for an oil and gas company, and I was calling mineral right owners and seeing if mineral right owners wanted to sell their mineral rights to our mineral right fund. And that was my first experience with cold calling. Got a little interest there, talking to owners, seeing if they want to sell, learning the possibilities of how much money I could potentially make off of one deal as opposed to be getting paid by the hour. So the mineral right job kind of took a downturn in 2017 when oil and gas kind of took a little dip in the market. I ended up getting let go, which was fine. And then I went and got another job, and this one was at a computer refurbishing company. We would get just pallets of Apple, Mac, HP, different types of computer parts. And what we would do is we would buy them at a discount, we would clean them up, and then we wouldn't do anything to them. We would just go list them on eBay and other places to sell these refurbished computer parts. And this opened my eyes a little bit more as well, because honestly it was kind of like dealing drugs, except we're dealing computer parts. Same concept. Buy something low, sell it higher. And started to open my eyes into this world as well. A little tip for you guys, I got fired from this job, and I didn't get a real answer why I got fired, but I think it was because I told the boss. We went out to lunch pretty much every day, and one day, just like the other jobs, one day we were sitting down at lunch, and I told him, I said, I'm thinking about doing this for myself, and I would love for you to be my mentor. And then a few weeks later, I got fired. So a good little tip is to not tell your boss that you are looking to start your own business doing what you're currently doing. Didn't go too well in that scenario. And at this point in time, it was kind of like I either make the leap and I jump and I go for it and I try and figure it out, or I go look for another job. And so I decided to take the leap, jump, and just see if I could swim and start my own legal business. I tried starting my own computer refurbishing business. I would go and try and find sources to buy these things by the pallet. I was on Craigslist buying stuff from meth heads in Austin. I'm sure a lot of this stuff was stolen, but I would go there, I'd buy the stuff, I'd come home, I'd clean it up, I'd list it on eBay, and I would try and flip computer parts. Then one of my friends in the recovery community approached me and pitched me on starting a business in the recovery industry. And we did that, and it went really well for a couple of years. I ended up selling my half of that business to that partner, and he still runs it today. I ended up starting my own sober living house. And then at this time, I'm still figuring things out. I had invested in real estate along the way. Matt and I reconnected at some point in 2017, and a lot of what Matt and I were talking about at that point in time was stocks. And we would buy stocks, not together in the same accounts or anything, but individually. We would buy the same stocks, we'd talk about it. And this was right when the legal marijuana craze was happening in Canada. And so these stocks were going up and up and up, and there was a ton of volatility, and we were making pretty good gains on stocks. And then just one day, Matt said, hey, how about you buy this house with me? And I did, and it really opened my eyes to the world of real estate. And I started diving deep into real estate investing, wholesaling, flipping houses, and the investment side of things at that point in time. And Matt and I had, before we truly partnered up, we had run a wholesaling operation, contacting off-market sellers. We were looking at properties to flip. We were making like 60 offers a day on the MLS each, and just started to gradually gravitate more towards real estate. And what I loved about real estate compared to the other companies and the other businesses is that we were buying real estate at such an extreme discount that we were making all of our money on the buy. And we would get into a property at a deep discount. We would have it rented out. We'd be either breaking even or slightly cash flowing. And then about 6 months later, we'd do a cash out refinance and we would pull all of our money out. We'd be into the property for nothing. We'd take that cash and we'd go buy other properties. And I loved this business model. It's flipping, right? It's flipping up, but we're doing it with real estate. We get our money back out, we go do more, and then we repeat the process. And then, Matt and I, just working over the years, ended up partnering on the real estate brokerage. Then we formed the construction company. Then we formed the wholesaling company. And we're about to start TRE Capital, which is a real estate fund where we'll raise capital and we'll go out and we'll buy real estate for our investors. But it all started at Firehouse Subs. And it all started with just the desire to grow, the desire to learn. I consider myself a student, and I believe that everybody should be a student in all aspects of life, always looking to learn something new, always looking to grow, and really just taking it day by day by day. And knowing that if I continue to take action, continue to do the right things, that God would take care of me and everything would pay off. If you would have told me 5 years ago that I'd be here today, I wouldn't believe you. And if you would have asked me 5 years ago what I'd be doing today, I probably would have sold myself short. Things have really started to grow exponentially, and I knew I was going to start my own business, but I didn't realize that it would be this entire ecosystem that we have in the real estate world. So things can happen very quickly. 5 years is not an extremely long period of time. Looking back, it feels like it. It's been quite a journey, but I honestly feel like I'm just at the starting line and I haven't really even taken off yet. But the main thing to remember is just take it day by day and keep putting one foot in front of the other. Stay focused, don't get distracted. Anything is achievable, and that you can go out and it is possible to achieve your goals. If you're not satisfied with where you are today, or if you are wondering if real estate can really provide this financial freedom and this way of life that really I think everybody desires, what are you doing today to help you get to that next level? What did you do yesterday? What did you do the week before? What are you going to do tomorrow? The most important thing is just continuing to take action, continue to put that foot in front of the other, and stay focused. Go do something today that's going to help you achieve your goals. Don't sit back. Nothing is handed to us. Nothing was handed to me. There have been great opportunities like partnering with Matt. However, we both put in action every single day, and we have long days, long weeks, long months, but we know that everything we're doing today is going to pay off in the future. As Andrew always says, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. If you have any questions at all about my story or how TRE can help you get where you're looking to go, we are your real estate resource. Reach out, comment below. We got our link in the bio. Matt and I are always available. Just let us know however we can help to achieve your goals. It is our mission and our vision to help people achieve financial freedom through real estate all around the world. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.